Ndị be anyị ekeneni m unu n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sị na ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo Media ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasịta maka ana Igbo and Igbo community and ihe debe na Nigeria. Ya bụ ife ka anyị na-ewetara unu na Igbo Media. Dịka isi wee na-esole anyị, ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo Media, kabaru ka i subscribe and turn on your notification ka ị lapụ miss any of our update dịka anyị na-etikwu ya n'ilu akwụkwọ kwa mgbe. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa gbasịta maka ka ya bụ ife si ada and gbasịta maka ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ n'ala Igbo. Biko mma achọ ka ige ya bụ ife. Ihe a bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff bụ Ngozi Orabueze kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ka o si ada na Finland and gbasịta maka Biafran Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa. So igecha ya bụ ife idropụra ife iche n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ihe bụ ife ndị a niile okwu. All right, over to you.
Okay, greetings, Deputy Prime Minister. Greetings to you, Go 247 and all Biafrans. I want to digress a little bit. I hope I'm clear, audible. Okay. My question is this to the Deputy Prime Minister. The list of cabinet members you published, it doesn't seem to be fairly represented. Like, for example, we have 40 states of Biafra Nation. And I don't know if you take a look at the states of the members you have appointed, it seems to be focused at a particular region. So how do we solve this issue to ensure fairness and equity? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, if you look at that list, most of the people you have in that list, they were in Brigi before, when the Prime Minister was in charge. So if the Prime Minister does not have any issue, or this question was not asked to the Prime Minister at that time, again, we gave individual tasks based on their qualifications more and based on what they've been able to do for the struggle. Yes, we can open up more rooms for like committee. Remember that each of these departments, we just release either the secretaries or the deputies. Remember that each of these structures still going to hire so many people. For instance, the Ministry of Information, Postal Services, and something else, they are still going to fill all those informations at the different levels of the departments. The Ministry of Health, for instance, Health and Human Services, is just one or two individuals. So remember, they have over 30-something positions in the Ministry of Health and Human Services. But these individuals are people that have worked for this cabinet, this Brigade cabinet, and they were holding some of those positions in the cabinet. So most of them are not new. Almost everybody there was in the Brigade cabinet. The Brigade cabinet before, we have about 70-something people. And those were the people in the same cabinet. But now we are running a government. We have to reduce the cabinet numbers to what is obtained in the other part of the country, in the other countries in the world, which is cabinet of about between 20 and 25 individuals manning different things. So it is those that have been working for the restoration for these departments that we have in those areas, except one or two. But again, there'll be room to bring in more people from diverse areas and all that. And again, we have different cultures represented in that cabinet. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
everything humanly possible to put something in the cost of the government. For an individual to come out to say that he is the one that pay for our convention hall, I want to know how many times in a month or in a week, in a month or in 2 months, in 6 months, the so-called finance minister comes out to make clarification of how much that comes into the cost of the government, and how much that goes out, even if the situation we are is not doing that, but the people in the cabinet, do you guys really have idea, or does he make, because even as a private company in any part of the world, you make account to the government where you are residing, like every two months. Does he do this so that we don't not take this kind of slap in our face, as if the Biafrans all over the world who are struggling to put money into the cost of the government are not doing that, and one individual is kind of trying to deceive people, not taking glory. So I want to know if we have like at least once in a month or once in 3 months, does he come out to make clarification to the people? And if he's not doing that, that means he should just shut the fuck. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, I think those are some of the things we're trying to put in place. And again, we understand if we're in a restoration. Again, when the PM was available, this thing was, he's kind of in the center of everything. And he may not really have the time, even though we are working towards making sure that everything is, we professionalize every department of Biafra. Now that we are a government, now we're a new nation, we want to, even though there are mistakes and things we've not done in the past, we are going to start doing them now. And that is why um, we need help. Like I've said before, if we have CPAs, chartered accountants in Biafra, we will need the help of everyone to really send me a message or send a message to the finance secretary, so that y'all can come on board and help us to. It's always a team effort. Yeah, we may not have done something in the past, but as a government right now, based on some of the promises we've made as a country to the United Nations, to the Transparency Department, to the human rights and all that, it is time to kind of be a little bit open. It's not everything that have to be out there, but again, those internal things, we want to make sure that our money is going where we need them to go. Those are just the major things. Thank you.
Sorry, ma. The first question about those who was blocking, I understand from my own perspective. I
Okay,
understand.
okay. For
Yeah.
those that I'm blocking, again, I get so many messages, and again, I just want to reduce the distractions of people trying to advise and make suggestions, and I don't really have the time for that. That's why when I read messages on my Twitter space that is going to distract me, I block them. So maybe Biafrans, if I block anyone, I don't know, maybe you can reach out to me. If I blocked you, that means you know that it's me that blocked you. You can reach out. If your intentions were genuine, I will unblock you. But I have an issue when people that have not been following the prime minister comes to ask me a question like, when did the prime minister say you should dissolve the cabinet and things like that? So that means the person have not really been following, and they just want to just waste my time. That's why I block some of them. Yeah, but those that have good intentions, you can reach out to my WhatsApp or Telegram, and I have to maybe go back and check it out again. But I just have to block people that are distracting me. Thank you. You can make that decision, Maz, because I have another meeting. Maybe two more, and we can go, please.
Get back to our land. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Once time permits, I will be coming to brief Biafrans, maybe on space like this, and then to answer questions. But remember, now we have almost 25 secretaries, So each of them will be playing different roles to reach out to Biafrans. So it's not just a one-person thing. We're a nation now. Everything will be a task specific to the different departments. Yes, I'll be coming out to talk to Biafrans as needed, as time permits. Yeah, but I also want people can follow my Twitter handle. Even though you don't hear from me, I usually update and post information on my Twitter handle, and that place you can get informations on things that are happening in the government and all that. So um, as far as carrying everyone around, we are carrying everyone along, unless those that refuse to be carried along, those that don't want to follow instructions, those that feel they can do it their own. Just like we're saying, the government have agreed, we postpone the fundraising to the 14th, but you still see people like Sonia Akpalawogi and Kerry posting that they're going to do fundraising tomorrow and next. So how do you carry such people along? How do you do that? So that's why this is a Biafran thing. It's not about me. Every Biafran has a role to play in this. If you allow people to mess this up, then you hold them accountable. All of us, we have to start from square one. Some of them, they don't do these things alone. They are still Biafrans that support this kind of behavior. So how do you intend to build a decent country, disciplined country, when the leadership gives an instruction and some other individuals will go behind and be doing a different thing? How do you carry them along? Thank you.
Mas, you go, please. Mas, you go, please. My hand has been off from. Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I have a question. Yes, yes. Let me go straight to my question. Okay. Okay, my DPM. My question is this. You mentioned that you have a full-time job, and I know that this position, this work, is going to be very demanding. A PM, I think he had this as the only job in front of him. So now, with your job as well as this responsibility that you've taken up, do you think it's something you can juggle the two, or are you willing to the occasion calls, drop whatever you are doing and focus on this entirely? That's my question.
Again, thank you so much. I mean, the job to restore Biafra is not just my job, it's everybody's job, including you. So the time that everybody you put into this struggle should also be the time that every other person put into the struggle. Again, when I said I have a full-time job, it doesn't mean that I've been COS for many for over the years, and I know the things that I've been doing, both on my private time and public time to work for Biafra. Yeah. So again, I will make out time to be able to be at the space as needed, but also remember that I might be having different meetings with different groups of people, be with different committees at the other level that may not really make me come out as maybe. But again, I do tweet, like I said, on my Twitter space and my Twitter page. I update Biafrans of things that are going on. So if you go to my Twitter space, you will see that. But I promise, which is what I've already said, to come on as needed, as much as I am available to talk to Biafrans. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. Again, I said I have a full-time job, or having job, or having no job. Biafra is just like all consuming thing. Even most Biafrans, you will be at your job, and if you're doing Biafra thing, sometimes you discover that like in an 8-hour schedule, you put in 6 hours just doing Biafra job, and you put in 2 hours doing Biafra job. That's how the spirit works, you know. So there's really nothing changing because that is the way I've been working, having different meetings on the back end with different groups with the prime minister and stuff like that. Those are times that I also commit to. But now that we have the different departments, I believe that it may not just be me. It could be another department in the government coming up to clarify things, coming up to notify Biafrans and explain things to them. That is why we have a government. It makes it easier for the people to get the information they need. It makes the work less cumbersome for.
Wadaloli Neno from Igbo Media, boy by Sire Utenunya Joe Kempa, Bastabak Yemen and Nigeria, and the enemy teacher na Eastern Region, and Uno Kosia Dana Finland, and the Biafran Prime Minister, KC Judea, the update and the Yabo Biafran declaration came in Finland, so Yelina Kaya, I know Telu Niva Huko. Kifi Oliku Bastama Kayabo, Chief of Staff Gasi Niva Huko, Yanebo Tagasiaka, and the new development on Biafra, of United States of Biafra. So Yabi Feka Isikai, Tiedo no Kono, Guai Funchano, then Kono Bastama Kayabi Fe, Guadadodin and Kemesian.